So, good morning and welcome. Today we're thinking about the self as mirror. When we see other selves, the idea is that we're not seeing a separate self. We're seeing the potential or the possibility of ourselves. Or we are seeing really parts of ourselves that we have actually experienced, or that we perhaps are averse to, or that we do not like, yeah? Or that we like, or that we approve of, or that we disapprove of. Now, when we see the other self and we see the manifestation of what is perceived to be an idea or a concept of that self, meaning the way they talk, the way they act, the interpretation of micro-expressions, and so forth, or the interpretation of just the sense of the other person, and we find ourselves sort of rejecting or projecting or having a sort of a negative experience within, we are actually experiencing our own manifestation. Now, it's certainly the case that if we see someone acting negatively, then we will feel uncomfortable and we will feel the need for justice or fairness or truth. That's okay, right? That's fine. But it's also okay that we experience the opposite to that, that when situations we find ourselves being somewhat judgmental and unfair to a person, harsh, coarse, apathetic. And that inner manifestation is, and the sort of conceptual, the concepts that come to mind and our perception of the other self as separate because we perceive them as such. Because something within us is manifest, and the self that we see that we do not like is mirroring something within us that we do not like. The other self as mirror, and thus we are about ourselves so many mirrors of self. As instructional teachers, really, as to the nature of our internal opposites and inner relationships of those opposites in our being, in our mind, yeah? And other people have that too. And so self as mirror, something to consider. Take care and be well.